Hi everyone, I'm Robbie here at Good Omens Yoga. All proceeds today are going to Restoring Justice, which is an excellent nonprofit organization that does things like provide bail funds, provide trauma therapy, provide legal services, etc. to people who need it most. So if you can, please go ahead and donate. And thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to class. Let's get started. We're going to go ahead and start today in child's pose. And I'd recommend taking the knees together for this one. You can take them wide, but I think you get a little more out of it if you take the knees together. So go ahead and take the knees together. Pull forward over the knees. And then just relax the forehead down. And give yourself a few moments here to just settle in. Maybe you just gently rock the head side to side. Massage out the forehead. After a few breaths here, see if you can actively let go of the neck muscles and the shoulder muscles. And just relax all that weight that you've been carrying with you today. Every inhale, we're a little more focused, a little more calm. Every exhale out is allowing something to melt into the earth and let go. Take in a deep breath here. And exhale, side out. Just letting everything melt. Then go ahead and stay in child's pose. Take both hands, crawl them over towards the right side of your mat. And keep crawling them over as far to the right as you possibly can, until you start to feel a stretch all the way from the outer edge of that left pinky down to the outer edge of the left hip. If anything here just feels stuck or tight or resistant, just breathe into that space. And go ahead and crawl both hands over towards the left side of the mat. Same motion as the opposite side. Taking them as far to the left as you can until you start to feel that stretch all the way from the outer edge of the right pinky down to the outer edge of the right hip. Once again, if something feels stuck or resistant or sticky, just breathe into that space. And gently come on back through center. And this time as you inhale, go ahead and slither all the way forward on the belly. Take yourself all the way flat down on the mat. Take a moment here, go ahead and take the fingertips right at shoulder level, but take them a couple inches off the mat. And you can just go ahead and start to move into some exploratory movement. Dipping each shoulder to the mat. Allowing the neck to rotate and go where it wants. You're finding sort of a cobra shape, but with much less structure. Just finding some movement in the neck, and the head, and the upper back, and the wrists. And come on back to center. Go ahead and allow the forehead to rest down on the mat. Take both hands back along the sides, palms facing in towards the thighs. As you inhale, go ahead and lift the head, lift the shoulders, lift the neck, lift the arms. If it feels okay, lift the feet, take everything up off the mat that you possibly can. As you exhale, go ahead and sweep the arms forward, reach forward past your mat. Inhale, swim the arms back, lift everything as high as you possibly can. Exhale, gently relax it back down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, swim the arms forward. Inhale, swim the arms back as high as you possibly can. Exhale, relax that back down. Just about 100 more of these. Inhale up. Exhale, swim the arms forward. Exhale, swim the arms back. And exhale, release it back down to the mat. One more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, swim the arms forward. Inhale, swim the arms back and lift everything up off the mat. Exhale, let go. Okay, gently set hips to heels, come back to your child's pose. Take a counter stretch. Good, and then at your own pace. Come onto hands and knees. And start to go ahead and move through some cat-cow. So as you inhale, tilt the tailbone up towards the ceiling and spread the collarbones up, keep the back of the neck long. As you exhale, you'll lead with the tailbone, tilt the tailbone in, arch the stomach in, look in towards the navel. Inhale, lead with the tailbone, tilt the belly up, look up. Exhale, tilt the tailbone in. Arch the back like a Halloween cat. Chin to the chest. Inhale, tilt the tailbone up, spread the collarbones, look up. Exhale, lead with tailbone, tilt the belly in, look in. Go ahead and take about 2 more on your own, just starting to find your own breath and your own motion. Gorgeous. And after your last cat, come on back to neutral. As you inhale, go ahead and take the left arm up into the air. Go ahead and open that heart over to the left side. As you exhale, thread that left hand under and through the right arm, come into your twist. The right hand can stay in front of the face. It might go ahead and extend towards the top of your mat. Or you might take that right hand, reach it over and around. Find the left hip crease. And just add a little bit of leverage to that twist. So allow yourself to relax into that left shoulder. The next time you inhale, if you move the right hand, go ahead and replace it back in front of the face. Inhale, press into that right palm, stretch the left hand up. Exhale, replace the left hand back down. You take the opposite side. Inhale, take the right arm up, open up to the right. Exhale, throw that right hand under and through the left arm. Come into your twist. Left hand can stay directly in front of the face. You might stretch it towards the top of the mat. You might take that left hand over and around, find the right hip crease. Just use that to leverage a little more twist, to open up through the left shoulder a little bit more. And then relax into that right shoulder. Of course. If you move that left hand, just go ahead and replace it back in front of the face. As you inhale, press into that left palm, lift the right hand back up, open up. And exhale, release that hand right back down. As you're ready, go ahead and tuck both sets of toes, lift the hips up and back, and take your first downward facing dog. You might need a second to just go ahead and settle into that dog, so by all means, pedal out through the feet. Go ahead and find some movement in the hips and the shoulders. Maybe shake the head yes and no. Once you've found it, start to settle in. We'll take a couple of rounds of plank just to encourage the legs back into the position that they're supposed to be in. Go ahead and inhale, take a full inhale, arch the back like a cat, take the full wave to get the at the top of that breath. Go ahead and settle into that plank. Send the heels further back towards the back edge of the mat. As you exhale, bend the knees, almost touch the mat. Scoot the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, roll it forward to plank. Keep your cat spine as long as possible. Keep the head tucked until the last second. Once you're in your plank, push back through the heels. On your exhale, bend the knees, almost touch the mat. Scoot the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. One more, just like that. Inhale, roll it forward to plank. Keep the head tucked as long as possible. In your plank, go ahead and push your heels towards the back of the mat. Exhale, bend the knees, almost touch the mat. Scoot the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Good. And from here, again, absolutely feel free to go ahead and keep a slight bend in the knees. It will allow the hamstrings to disengage. It'll tilt the tailbone up towards the ceiling. If your shoulders are earrings, that's not where shoulders go. So sometimes we forget that. Sitting in our office chairs all day, we do this because we don't want to listen to people. Take the shoulders down and back. Stick the shoulders in your back pockets. Press firmly through the hand. Strong action all the way in the index finger, all the way through that L shape down to the thumb. And between that strong action in the hands and the shoulders down and back where they belong, start to feel the weight transfer from your wrists and your elbows and your shoulders into the giant muscles in the upper back that really want to do all this work. Good, I'm keeping you here on purpose. This is such a foundational pose that you're here to see what it has for you for a moment. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, slide out the mouth. Deep inhale. Exhale, slide out. One more deep inhale. Exhale, slide out. Good. Inhale, look forward, big inhale. And as you exhale, just gently make your way forward to the front of the mat. Once you're at the front of the mat, you can just go ahead and fold forward over the legs. We'll be here for a few moments to just develop this forward fold. So feet can be together, they can be hips width apart. Mine are hips width apart today. You might go ahead and bend the knees to connect the chest down to the thighs. You're welcome to grab for ankles, opposite elbows, the back of the head, or just hang. Every inhale gives you a little bit of space. Every exhale extends the tailbone a little further towards the ceiling. Drips the heart a little further towards the floor. If you took opposite elbows, just go ahead and change the crossing. And if you took any kind of pull, just gently allow that to let go. Drip everything towards the floor. As you inhale, halfway lengthen and lift, extend all the way, tailbone all the way through the crown of your head. You're looking straight at the floor, because if your head is looking like this, that's not actually straight. All the way crown to tailbone, perfectly straight. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward, take the deepest version of your forward fold so far. As you inhale, gently roll up to stand one vertebra at a time. Take the arms as you reach all the way up. And exhale, take the hands to the heart. Perfect. For a moment, go ahead and just stand with both feet firmly if you they can be together. I take them slightly apart. Go ahead and feel into all 3 corners of the foot. So feel that the big toe mound is connected to the earth. The pinky toe mound is connected to the earth. And the heel is connected to the earth, and feel those 3 points. Then go ahead and see if you can flex the toes, bring the toes back towards the calves, and still keeping those 3 points on the ground. Feel how that lifts the arch in your foot and engages that whole leg all the way up. And gently allow the toes to rest back down on the mat. Still try to keep the arch in the foot and the engagement in the legs. Okay, and we're going to come back to that feeling later. There's going to be a fair amount of leg balancing, so you're looking for that feeling. Engaging the legs, but then relaxing the toes back. Okay. Inhale, go ahead and take the arms up. As you exhale, fold forward over the legs. Inhale, half lift and lengthen. Exhale, palms to the mat. Step back to your plank. Inhale, the top of your head. Plank, send your heart further towards the ceiling. As you exhale, push yourself forward with your toes, and then either knees, just chin, or half push-up, chaturanga. Inhale to cobra, upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward with your hands. Exhale, gently make your way forward to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift and lengthen all the way up. Exhale, rebound. Inhale, roll up to stand, take the arms with you, reach up. And exhale, take the hands to the heart. Inhale, the arms up. Full exhale, fold it gently forward, the head goes sides. Full inhale, half lift and lengthen. Exhale, palms to the mat, step it back to your plank. Take a full inhale on your planks and the heart up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, push yourself forward with the toes, knees, chest, chin, or half push up. Inhale, cobra, upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward between the hands. Exhale, make your way forward to the front of the mat. Inhale, half lift and lengthen. Exhale, rebound. Inhale, roll all the way up to stand, take the arms with you, reach. And exhale, take the hands to the heart. Once more, inhale, the arms up. Exhale to fold. For those of you who are like, we don't have any leg balances yet, inhale, half lift and lengthen. Exhale, take the palms to the mat, step it back to your plank. You're coming, don't worry. Full inhale in your planks and the heart up towards the ceiling. Exhale, push yourself forward with the toes. Half push up, or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra, up dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Breathe. Feel how this down dog is any different from your first one. If you put your shoulder earrings back on, take them off. Gorgeous. Go ahead and inhale, take the right leg up into the air. Exhale, bend the right knee, open up through that right hip, press on the right hip towards the ceiling. Try to peek under your left armpit and see your foot. Go ahead and wave to yourself if you can see yourself. Double check to make sure that your right shoulder isn't covered with you, but that you still have your right shoulder square to the mat. Good. As you inhale, go ahead and lengthen that right leg up straight back behind. Exhale, step the right foot forward and through between the palms. We're going to stay here for a moment and just warm up the hamstrings. So as you inhale, lengthen out through that right leg, arch the back like a cat's butt. As you exhale, re-bend the knee, re-lengthen out all the way, tailbone to the crown of the head in one straight line. Gorgeous. Inhale, lengthen the leg, arch the back. Exhale, bend the knee, lengthen the spine. Inhale, lengthen the leg, arch the back. Exhale, bend the knee, lengthen the spine. Good. One more. Go ahead and inhale, lengthen the leg. This time stay here. And if this is good for you, fantastic, stay here. If you want a little bit more, you might try to go ahead and relax that left heel back down towards the earth. Just try to relax it towards it. You don't have to bring it all the way down. You'll know when it's enough. And if that's working, you might go ahead and start to peel the right toes up off the mat and come onto the right heel as well. Just a slightly different sensation. So pick the one that makes sense for you. Okay, the next time you exhale, place the toes back down on the mat. If you peel them up, bend through your right knee. Allow that left knee to make contact with the ground. Untuck the left toes. As you inhale, go ahead and sweep both arms straight up. Take an Anjaneyasana. So press that left hip down towards the floor. Make sure the tailbone still points more towards the ground than it does towards the mouth wall, so you're not dumping into your low back. Of course, next exhale, go ahead and take the hands to the heart and turn and twist. Take that left elbow over the right knee. Still trying to keep one long line all the way from the crown down to the tailbone, even though you're twisted. Gorgeous. Either stay here or take the left hand down to the mat. If you're taking the left hand down to the mat, you can either take the right hand up or kick that left leg back towards your butt. And if you just want to kick it there, it is fantastic work for your hamstring. If you want an additional stretch, you can reach that right hand back, catch that left foot. Just allow yourself to open up through the shoulder and relax into that left quad. For those of you who are like, I'm releasing my left quad, but it's not relaxing, yeah, I understand. Yeah, gently let your foot go. It's foot not snip shot. Place both hands back down on the mat. As you exhale, go ahead and sit the hips back. Take the weight over that left knee. Lengthen through the right leg. Move it forward if you need to. Flex the right toes back towards the body. And take a half split. If there's any pressure in the back of your right knee, just bend it. You do not need a straight leg. Rather, you don't need a perfectly straight leg to get pretty much all the benefits of this stretch. Gorgeous. Next, inhale, go ahead and transfer that weight back onto the right foot. Press both palms firmly into the earth. Tuck the left toes. Exhale, step it back to your plank. Inhale, the top of your plank. Exhale, move through your version of the vinyasa. Meet you in downward facing dog. Inhale, take the left leg into the air. Exhale, bend the left knee, open up to the left hip. Double check that left shoulder is cheating and you're not coming into the left shoulder. Keep both of those shoulders square to the mat. If you're looking under your left shoulder for your foot, you're never going to find it. Look under the right armpit instead. Okay, there it is. Say hey. Inhale, re-lengthen that left leg. Exhale, step that left foot forward and through up between the toes. Same thing, we're going to warm up this left hamstring. Inhale, lengthen the left leg, arch the back like a cat. Exhale, bend the knee, lengthen out, crown to the sky. Inhale, lengthen the leg, arch the back. Exhale, bend the knee, lengthen the spine. Inhale, lengthen the leg, arch the back. Exhale, bend the knee, lengthen the spine. Good, one more. Inhale, lengthen the leg. Stay here. And this is the one that we're going to hold for a few more breaths. So here, if you want to start to go ahead and melt that right heel down towards the earth, you absolutely can. No expectation for it to totally meet the mat. Mine certainly does not. If that checks out so far, and especially if your right calf is okay, because that's the one that might object here, then you can go ahead and start to peel those left toes up off the mat and try to bring the left toes closer to your shin. Once again, just variations. Gorgeous. The next time you exhale, take the left toes back down to the mat, bend through the left knee, allow that right knee to meet the mat, untuck the right toes. Inhale, go ahead and sweep the arms up. Start to melt that right hip towards the floor. Double check that even though you're melting that hip towards the floor, you're not dumping into the tailbone. Gorgeous. Exhale, take the hands to the heart. And go ahead and turn and twist. Take that right elbow over that left knee. Still one long line all the way tailbone to crown. Once again, you can stay here. You can take the right hand down to the mat. You take the left hand up. You can start to go ahead and kick that right heel back towards yourself. And again, that's excellent work for the hamstring. You can definitely just keep it unbound like that. Or you might go ahead and reach the left hand back, reach for that right leg, and then melt into that right foot. Let go of that right foot, don't allow it to slingshot. Place both hands down. Tuck the back toes, lift that right knee. Exhale, step to back plank. Inhale the top of your back. Exhale, move through your vinyasa. Meet you in downward dog. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Gorgeous. Inhale, look forward again. Exhale, make your way forward one way or the other to the top of the back. Inhale, half lift and lengthen. Exhale, breathe. Inhale, roll all the way up, standing down with you, reach up. Exhale, take the hands to the heart. Inhale, the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Head goes left. Inhale, half lift and lengthen all the way up. Exhale, palms to the mat. Your vinyasa. I'll meet you in downward facing dog. Inhale, take the right leg up into the air. Exhale, step that right foot forward and through, right between the palms. As you inhale, lift straight up, keep those toes exactly as they are. Lift at the leg, high level. Good. Go ahead and see if you can lift those right toes up off the mat. It's that feeling of engagement in the leg that we were looking for. Good. Relax the back down. Keep the lift in the leg. Exhale, send the arms back, bring the torso forward. Inhale, transfer the weight onto that right foot. Keep that engagement in the leg that you were practicing. Flex through the left toes. Warrior 3. The hips try to stay level so that you can balance something precarious on those hips. Or just as you inhale, go ahead and take that left knee in towards the chest, stretch everything up. Go ahead and extend the left toe straight out in front of you. Yeah. Beautiful. Good. Exhale, step it straight back. Return back to your high lunge. Inhale, sit into that high lunge, extend the front knee forward towards parallel as much as you can. Exhale, take the hands to the heart. And take that left elbow over across the right knee. And twist. Good. Inhale, untwist. Come back to center. Exhale, open it up. Take warrior 2. Inhale, straighten both legs parallel the right foot. Reach the arms up. Exhale, turn out the left toes. Take warrior 2 towards the back of your back. Gorgeous. Inhale, flip the front palm, lean it over, up and back. Reverse. Exhale, left elbow, left knee. Take the right arm over here. Sliding. As you inhale, sweep the right palm in front of the face. Use that upward momentum to lift you into triangle. Good. And stay here and breathe. Palms press in opposite directions. Core is still engaged, so it's still lifting you off of that bottom leg. Arch shoulders, nice and good. Exhale, allow that to forward fold, to the wide-legged forward fold towards the side of your mat. Go ahead and turn the left toes in. Inhale, half lift and lengthen. And exhale, re-bend, just drip everything down over the mat. Gorgeous. Inhale, half lift and lengthen. As you exhale, go ahead and turn the right toes towards the top of your mat once more. Bend through the right knee. Walk yourself back over that right foot. Set yourself up a little lunge. Exhale, step it back to your plank. Move through the vinyasa of your choice. I'll meet you in downward facing dog. Inhale, the left leg lifts. Exhale, step that left foot forward and through between the palms. Inhale, lift from the legs. Keep the feet exactly as they are. Gorgeous. Good. Try to lift those left toes up off the mat. Engage that left leg. That's the practice. Good. Once you've found that engagement, place the toes back down in here. Exhale, wing the arms back behind you, send the torso forward. Inhale, transfer the weight onto that left foot. Engage to that left leg. Flex the right foot hard. Try to keep that flat space on the back of your hips. Good. Gorgeous. Inhale, hug that right knee in towards the chest and then kick that right foot straight out in front of you. There's a wall there, but I'm not even using it. I promise I'm right here with you. Good. Exhale, send that foot straight back, step it back, high lunge. Inhale, sit into that high lunge. Go ahead and try to bend that left knee towards me. Gorgeous. Exhale. And then make a twist. Exhale, take the hands to the heart. Take that right elbow over that left knee. Twist. It's in the right spot. You just almost got away with it. Good. Inhale, lift up back through center. Exhale, open it up, warrior two. Inhale, parallel feet, sweep the arms up. Exhale, send the right toes towards the back of the mat. Bend into that right knee, warrior two. Inhale, flip the front palm, take it over, up and back, reverse. Exhale, right elbow, right knee, left arm over the ear. Inhale, sweep the left palm in front of the face, lift up, triangle, and breathe. Next, exhale, allow that hand to melt down. Parallel the right toes in, wide-legged forward fold towards the opposite side of the mat. Inhale, half lift and lengthen. Exhale, re-bend and just melt. Inhale, half lift and lengthen. As you exhale, go ahead and turn the left toes towards the front of the mat. Reset yourself up, low lunge. Exhale, step it back to your plank. Move through your vinyasa. I'll meet you in downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward between the hands. Exhale, and make your way to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift and lengthen. Exhale, breathe. Inhale, roll up the stand, take the arms with you, reach up. And exhale, take the hands to your heart. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, hold it all the way forward over the legs. Same intention and purpose that you started with. Inhale, half lift and lengthen. Exhale, palms to the mat. Your vinyasa. I'll meet you in down dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step that right foot forward and through up to the palms. Going back to your high lunge. Inhale, lift from the legs, take it straight up. Gorgeous. Lift the right toes. Lay them back down. Exhale, sweep the arms back, send the torso forward. Inhale, transfer that weight onto that right foot. Kick the left foot back behind you. Flex hard through the left foot. Double check the hips if you're not sure. Good. Inhale, go ahead and sweep that left leg through. Kick it straight out in front of you. And this time you might go ahead and take that left hand. Catch the left big toe if you can. You can absolutely keep that leg bent, or you might go ahead and start to extend that left leg straight out. If you're extending the leg, you're still going to try to pull the shoulder up in line instead of allowing that leg to drag the shoulder right up loose. Gorgeous. Inhale, let the foot go, keep it lifted. Exhale, step that left foot straight back, high lunge. Inhale, sit into that high lunge. Push that right knee towards neck. Exhale, hands to the heart. Turn, twist, over that bent front knee. Inhale, untwist, back to your center. Exhale, open it up, warrior two, still pushing that right knee towards 90. Inhale, sweep the arms up, parallel the feet. Exhale, turn out the left toes, let's take the left side. Inhale, over, up and back, keep the bend in that front knee. Exhale, left elbow, left knee, right arm over here. Inhale, sweep the right arm in front of the face. Lift up, triangle. And either stay here and breathe, or start to keep that right foot in until you can lift that right leg up. Someone forgot her leg engagement. I'm not going to name names, but you know who she is. Or just lift through the heart if you're taking your half moon. Strong flex in the right foot. Strong engagement all the way in the core. Being an excellent example for how to not find your balance. Okay. Whatever you chose, we'll all meet back up in triangle. Exhale, go ahead and sweep that hand in front of the face, parallel the feet. Inhale, half lift and lengthen. Exhale, re-bend and just melt. If you've got an upside down practice, it's a perfect time for it. If you don't have an upside down practice, then it isn't. Good. If you went up, come on down. Inhale, half lift and lengthen. Exhale, turn the right toes out, set yourself up for level one. Step it on back to your plank. Your vinyasa. I'll say hand down. All right, left side. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step that left foot forward and through up to the bottom. Feet as they are, lift from the legs. Inhale, take it straight up. Lift the left toes up off the mat, see if you can engage that leg. Take the toes back down to the mat, keep the engagement. Exhale, sweep the hands back alongside the back, send the torso forward. Inhale, shift the weight onto that left leg, flex through the right foot. Double check those hips if you still need to. Inhale, send that right knee straight through, kick the right foot forward. And you can absolutely leave it unsupported, or you might go ahead and take that right hand, reach down with the right peace fingers, reach for the right big toe, and start to extend that leg forward. Still trying to keep that shoulder hugged in, instead of allowing that foot to dislocate and get weird places. Gorgeous, that's enough. Inhale, gently release the foot without letting it drop. Exhale, kick it straight back behind you, return back through high lunge. Inhale, sit into that high lunge. Exhale, hands to the heart. And then over that bent left knee. Doing great. Inhale, untwist back through center. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Inhale, sweep the arms up, parallel the feet. Exhale, change sides, go ahead and take the right toes out, take warrior two towards the front of the mat. Back. Inhale, over, up and back, keep the bend in that right knee. Exhale, right elbow, right knee, left arm over the ear. Inhale, sweep the palm in front of the face, lift up, triangle. And again, either stay or look down at those right toes this time. Cheat the left foot in. So you can start to lift that left leg up. Get strong flex through the left foot. Still need your core, regardless of which pose you choose. Good, whatever you pick. We'll all come back to your triangle. And then exhale, fold it forward. Parallel the right toes in, take a forward fold. Same thing here. If you're going for your upside down practice, absolutely go for it. If you're not, relax through the back of the neck. Relax through the low back. Send the weight more into your toes. Gorgeous. If you're up, come on down. If you're down, come on up. Inhale, half lift and lengthen. Exhale, go ahead and turn the left toes out. Set yourself up a little long. Step it back to your left. Vinyasa of your choice. I'll see you in down. Inhale, look forward with your hands. Exhale, make your way forward to the front of the mat. Inhale, half lift and lengthen. Exhale, breathe. Inhale, roll all the way up and stand, take the arms as you reach up. And exhale, take the hands to the right. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold it forward, just as much intention in that forward fold as you took in your one. Inhale, half lift and lengthen. Exhale, your vinyasa. I'll meet you in downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg into the air. Exhale, step that right foot forward and through between the palms. Inhale, straight up, high. Exhale, wing the arms back, send the torso forward. I'm going to trust that you know how to engage that leg by now. If not, you're on your own. Inhale, send the weight into that right foot. Kick that left foot straight up in front of you. Take the arms up. I skipped the warrior three for you. I think you're okay. This time, if you'd like, you might go ahead and take that right hand over across the body toward the outer edge of that left foot. And then you might go ahead and start to kick that left foot forward. And take the left arm back. And turn and twist. This variation is no bueno. There's a variation with the knee as well. That is perfect. But that is better for your body. Gorgeous. Gently back through center, keep that leg lifted. As you exhale, go ahead and cross that left foot back behind the right foot, about a foot like you're curtsying with your arms up. And then just go ahead and sit and sit and sit and sit and sit and sit. And trust me, it'll work. Just sit without thinking too hard about it. Yeah, on the floor. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, go ahead and turn and twist over that bent right knee. And gently untwist, go ahead and take the opposite side. And come on back through center. You go ahead and step that right foot over towards the right. Lengthen out the left foot towards the front of the mat. Take the sole of that right foot that you just did. Take the inside of the sole of the right foot to the inside of the left thigh. Inhale, go ahead and lengthen up. Go ahead and sit both sit bones into the earth. And as you exhale, you'll hinge from the hips, thinking about bringing your chest towards that front wall. And you can start to gently hinge forward and start to come into that forward fold. And once you feel like you've gone as far forward as that hinge in your hips is going to allow you to go, You can for sure allow your head and the shoulders to just melt forward, but just really allow that to be a relaxing down, not a yanking into where you think you should be.
I can't see you anyway.
So it doesn't matter how far forward you go. Be nice to yourself. On your next inhale, gently and slowly sitting back up. You can walk your hands up the leg to do that. Go ahead and step the right foot to the floor. Place both hands on the mat. Go ahead and start to shift your weight forward on that right foot until you can hug that left foot in and send that left foot straight back behind you. Flex your left foot. Return back through warrior three. It's fine. You missed it on that other side. You're good. Gorgeous. Inhale, hug that left knee in towards the torso. Raise everything straight up. And as you exhale, step that left foot about 2 to 3 feet in front of you. If that doesn't feel like enough space, you can definitely scoot that right foot back. Turn the right toes out about 45 degrees. Exhale, go ahead and take the hands down to the hips. Inhale, lift the heart towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, you're folding forward towards that straight left leg. Hands can stay on the hips if that's preferable. They can extend down towards the floor. They can reach for your shin if the floor has been moved too far away. Gorgeous. The next time you inhale, go ahead and re-bend through the left knee. Pop onto the ball of the right foot. Step it back a few feet if you need to. Exhale, step it back to your flank. Move through your vinyasa. We'll all meet up in downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg into the air. Exhale, step it forward and through up between the palms. Inhale, lift straight up. High lunge. Exhale, wing the arms back. Inhale, transfer that weight onto that left foot. Kick that right foot straight up in front of you. You can catch it with either hand. You can reach the left arm over across the body for the outer edge of the right foot. Start to kick that forward. Start to reach the right hand back and twist. Again, if that's no bueno, take the knee. Either one is perfect. Gorgeous. Inhale, back to your center. Gently let the foot go, but keep it hovering in the air. Exhale, cross that right foot back behind the left foot, about a foot behind like you're doing a curtsy. And then bend the knees, 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 sit. Your right foot will be almost under you. Your left foot will be crossed over the right knee. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, turn and twist over that bent left knee. Gorgeous. Gently untwist, take it back the opposite direction. Good, and then come on back to your center. Go ahead and move that left foot out of the way towards the left side of the mat. Untuck that right foot, extend the right leg long out in front of you, in front of your mat. Take the left sole of the left foot, take it to the inside of that right thigh. Inhale, go ahead and push both sit bones into the earth, stretch the arms up. And as you exhale, go ahead and hinge forward from the hip, like you've got some beautiful, expensive necklace. And you want to show it off as long as possible. And once again, once you've reached as far as your hips are going to let you hinge, you are welcome to dismount.
Just remember that melting things don't make anything.
And then as you're ready, slowly and gently go ahead and inhale, walk the ins back up that right leg, come back up to sit. Go ahead and take that left foot, plant it firmly on your mat. Take your hands down to the earth. Use them to help you out to transfer that weight onto that left foot. Tuck the right knee in towards the chest, hug it in, take it back. Flex the right foot. Float the hands, warrior three. Gorgeous. Inhale, send that right knee towards the torso. Kick it straight out in front of you. Exhale, step that right foot 2 or 3 feet in front of you. Pivot that left heel about 45 degrees. Absolutely step it back if you need more space. Exhale, take the hands down to the hips. Double check the hips are square towards the top of your mat. And exhale, gently hinge forward at the hip. Over that straight right leg. Hands can once again stay at the hips. They can melt towards the floor. They can find the shin, preferably your right shin. Good, and then inhale, bend through that right knee. Send that left foot back, tuck the left toes. Exhale, step it back to your plank. Move through your vinyasa. I'll meet you in downward facing dog. Inhale, take that right leg into the air. As you exhale, take the right knee as far forward to the right wrist as you possibly can. The knee is going to land first. The foot will go anywhere between your groin and your left wrist. Once that's okay, go ahead and walk your other hip back with that left foot until both hips are down on the mat, and then untuck the left toes. If you're not sure that your hips are straight, go ahead and press that left foot into the earth and lift up with fingertips. And then settle back in. Inhale, press the palms into the earth. Square out the hips. And exhale, either stay lifted or gently start to fold forward over that neck right knee. Relax the jaw. Breathe into anywhere that feels tight. And on an inhale, gently start to palm your way back up to sit. Press both palms firmly into the earth. Go ahead and tuck those left toes. Press into the palms and the left toes. Step it back. Come on back to your down dog. You might just go ahead and settle into down dog here. Maybe sway from the hips, pedal the feet. Might feel good to lift that right leg. Bend that right knee and open up through the hip. Whatever shape you feel like you need after that. When you've got that right leg worked out, inhale, take the left leg up into the air. Exhale, take that left knee as far forward to the left wrist as you can. Knee lands first. The left foot goes anywhere between the right wrist and the groin. Walk yourself back with that right foot. If you're not sure your hips are square, press into that right foot, press into the palms. And then relax it back down. Press into the palms. Allow both hips to level out. And either stay lifted or gently start to fold forward over that bent left knee.
breathe into anywhere that's giving you trouble. And as you're ready on an inhale, gently palm your way back up to sit. Press into the palms. Come onto the ball of the right foot, press into the palms of the foot. Step it back. Come on back to your down dog. Once again, do what you need to do to go ahead and reawaken that left foot. And then once you've had the movement you need to settle back into that down dog for one more moment. On an exhale, take both knees down to the mat. Sit the hips back to the heels. Extend the arms forward in front of you. Take a child's pose. And as you're ready, extend all the way flat on the mat. Gently roll yourself over onto the back. Lie down on your back. Go ahead and bend the knees. Take the feet flat to the floor. Take your fingertips. Double check you can just about brush the backs of your heels. They're lined up with your sit bones. And they're just about accessible to your fingertips. Take a couple rounds of bridge, so as you inhale, lift the hips straight up towards the ceiling. But still try to keep some space for your neck, extending your neck along on the mat. If you've got the space, you might go ahead and roll the shoulder blades under the back. Interlace the fingers back behind the back. And clasp the hands and press the heels of the hands together. And anytime that you need a break, feel this gently unclasp the hands. Roll down slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae. Take the feet as wide as the mat. Either tent the knees together, or gently just windshield wiper them side to side. Go ahead and reset up. We'll take that one more time. So go ahead and reset up the feet. Fingertip check. Inhale, take the hips up towards the ceiling. Once again, if you took the shoulders under the back, go ahead and do so again. Maybe this time you change and interlace. Press the palms together. Keep the neck long and the neck. And as you're ready, slowly and gently back down to the mat. Tent the knees or windshield wiper them. Try and hug both knees back into the chest. Give yourself a little hug, maybe rock side to side a little bit. And draw both knees over across the body towards the right. Try to keep the left shoulder on the ground and look left. And come into a twist. Relax the jaw. Relax the low belly. Slowly and gently back through center. And take both knees over across the body towards the left. This time try and keep the right shoulder on the ground. And look right. Relax the left shoulder. Relax the neck. Relax the low belly. And as you're ready, gently back through center. Hug the knees in one more time. And then as you exhale, gently allow yourself to stretch out into your Shavasana. Allowing your feet to just naturally turn out of the hips. Allowing the palms to rest palm up. Tucking the shoulder blades in under the back and relaxing down. As you rearrange and soften your body. It's rearranging and softening your breath and your mind. Stay as long as you'd like. When you're ready, you can gently start to move. And some small movement in your hands and your feet. Deepening through the breath. As you inhale, taking your arms up overhead, stretching like you've just woken up and stretching everything in all directions. Curling in towards yourself, rolling onto one side, tucking everything in, taking one more moment for you. As you're ready, mindfully making your way back up to sit. Once you're in your seat, taking your hands to your heart. Shaking your left hand over your heart, your right hand over your left. I'll own one time to close our class. If you're joining, you'll take a deep breath in. May you be happy, may you be healthy, and may you live with ease. Namaste. Namaste, beautiful people. Thank you so much. Ravi, I'll be back next week. And namaste. Thank you.